Hello and welcome. Today I wanted to shoot a quick video about Kyber crystals in the collector's lightsaber Star Wars market, and a quick review of the mystery crystal from Galaxy Crystals. Now this is sort of a new company and I'll talk about them in just a little bit, but first let me talk about Kyber crystals. So Kyber crystals within the Star Wars universe are the heart of the lightsaber. They're the thing that powers the lightsabers. Recently, though, we've been seeing a lot of them coming into the market, and that's because of Disney's Galaxy Edge. Disney had this idea to make these things collectible. So you buy these little canisters at Galaxy's Edge, and inside the canisters, you get a Kyber crystal. Now, this is just a chunk of plastic with a little chip inside, and the chip has a code on it, and that code is readable by the Galaxy's Edge lightsabers and the Galaxy's Edge holocrons. So these things, if I pop this into a Galaxy's Edge lightsaber, it turns the blade red. If I pop it into a holocron, they're all programmed with different voices. And so Disney took the idea of, hey, we've got crystals out there, and tried to make them collectible so that you'd spend hundreds of dollars trying to collect blind bags in order to get just the right voice. And of course, people figured out how to hack these things pretty quickly, and so I'm sure Disney still rakes in tons of money on these. But this is the Galaxy's Edge Kyber crystal, and as you can see, it's kind of a chunky piece of plastic right there. You can see the seam around here, printed in or made in two pieces. Okay, made in two pieces, so a bottom and a top, and then they put a little chip in the middle there. All right, now the Kyber crystals, though, the Galaxy's Edge ones are not new, and they're not necessarily unique, though they are the only ones that have those chips in them. People on the Etsy market have started printing their own and putting the chips in them because the chips are just very simple codes. So there's bootleg versions and there's customized versions. But if you go back a little bit into the Kyber crystal market, you end up with something like this. Now, this is plastic. But this is the Sith Kyber crystal that came with the Book of the Sith Vault Edition. So I've reviewed that book as well. It comes in a giant holocron, and when it shoots out, this thing is in the bottom. And in the book, they talk about this being a Sith lightsaber crystal. All right, the Galaxy's Edge crystals look nothing like this. All right, a lot of people use quartz crystals, but people use them inside their lightsabers. They make crystal chambers so that they can shine a light through them, and they look really pretty, and they make the lightsabers look like the inside of the lightsabers are supposed to look. So there's a lot of artistry to that beyond just the beater sabers that I usually review. But people use pieces of glass. This is just a piece of glass, or a chunk of colored glass off of, I think, Wish. People use quartz crystals. People use marbles. But again, this was the one from the Book of the Sith. So this is legitimate. The people from Galaxy's Crystals have been sort of entering this market as well. And Galaxy Crystals is sort of it's a startup business. The guy wants to do more with them. But currently, last I checked, they only had one product on their website, and that was the Crystal Grab Bag. And that's this right here. So what you get with the Crystal Grab Bag is you get a bag, you get a gold painted plastic container in here with wax seal on the top, and inside that you have a crystal. So this is a Sith crystal, and when I got this, it's starkly similar to this one that came in the Book of the Sith. So I like that quite a bit. The guy from Galaxy Crystal makes his out of rosin. So if you get one that's the appropriate size, you could certainly use it in a crystal chamber within a lightsaber. The ones that Custom Saber Shop sells, I believe, are also rosin. But pretty nice little crystal, and when the light shines through it, very deep red. The thing about Galaxy crystals is they're fairly inexpensive, a few bucks for one of these mystery bags, but you don't really know what you're going to get. So they're trying to ride this sort of collectible market. So before I get into this one right here, I've made a promise, so I'm going to bring in some help to open this up.
I am Tynan, and I am going to open this crystal.
Okay.
This is hard.
the camera first. Here, the crystals.
It's a bag.
There's two. Hold them up so the camera can see them. The camera's right here. There you go. Oh, uh-oh. Here you go. Okay. Put it real close so that it can see them. Right there. There's one. And the other one. There you go. Okay.
Why does it... How did it get two?
And look. Hold that in front of the camera so I can read it. This way. Okay. Good job.
What does it say?
It says glow crystal and Sith crystal.
Ooh. This is the Sith crystal. This is the gold crystal.
Good job, Tynan. Thank you. All right, so now that this is open, here's what was inside of our mystery. We have what they call a Sith crystal, which is grayed from black to pink. Very different from this one. And we have a glow crystal. Now, the glow crystal glows in the dark pretty well. Charge this up with a lightsaber real quick here. And there we go, but only part of it glows. So the Galaxy's Crystal guy, he does color blends, and each one is unique. So it's kind of a neat idea, and if you get the right size, you could use these in a lightsaber. Interesting idea, and he's thinking about last I heard, he's thinking about finding a way to insert the chips in these so that he could have a version that would be readable by the holocrons from Galaxy's Edge as well. I don't know whether he'll be able to do that with rosin without making horrible seams. Okay, so that's the gist of the Galaxy Crystal, Kyber Crystal grab bag. You could see when my son was opening it that I think that that's the appropriate venue for this. The crystals themselves are more authentic looking than a Galaxy's Edge crystal. A little bit more interesting than like a standard quartz. But less interesting than some of the like custom artwork glass out there that people have used for crystals. But then you can end up paying a couple $100s for a really fancy looking Kyber crystal from a glass blower. So they're sort of a happy medium, and for the price, single digit price that they are, it's an interesting way to go. But I think their real strength is in the giving it as a gift or having it be something that's inexpensive enough that kids can mess around with it and collect it. And you could see that when my son was opening the thing, it was a lot of, ooh, what's in this? Or what did we get this time? Or what's this one? And that's really where the strength of the grab bag approach lies. If you're a sabersmith or something like that, you can't really count on getting one that you're going to like to use in a build in a grab bag. So until he starts offering specific models that you can say, I want that one, it's not a real viable thing for sabersmiths unless you buy a bunch of them and you just use what you, and you just want to collect them, and then some of them you might want to use in a saber at some point as a lark. But pretty nice little thing there. So there you have it. This was a quick one, but please join me back for some more reviews, and I'll see you next time.